Why you mad because I'm celebrating me? You doing a lot. Why you doing that? Blah, blah, blah. And let me tell you, I'm really not a fan of that concept. And that feels good to me. Hey everyone, I'm JusmeShakoyahD and welcome to my bubble. This channel is for Black women who are on their self-love journey and are learning to put themselves first and take off their superwoman cape. My bubble is my safe space to express myself as I inspire you to do the same. This is Love the Creative Black Woman, a series where we self-care through crafting as we connect on our self-love journey together. Let's get into it, y'all. Hey. Okay, so we are talking about putting yourself first, but not only that, just literally just showing up for yourself. And we talked about it a little bit in the last episode, and I just want to reiterate how important it is. And also the fact that I can't get this pin top off. Oh my gosh. Okay. It's so important. I believe that. And I'm speaking from my experience. One thing that I mentioned last week was that a lot of times we leave ourselves with the scraps of our energy. We also talked about not being super overly confident or perceived as boastful when we're showing up for ourselves or when we're cheering ourselves on. And let me tell you, I'm really not a fan of that concept. I feel like you should be the biggest cheerleader ever for yourself. And I feel like we should teach our children that, okay? Of course, you don't want to be cheering for yourself and putting other people down. But why not cheer for yourself? If I'm doing something that I'm excited about, or if I feel like it's great, why am I going to hold myself back from expressing myself? I think that's a lot. It has a lot to do with what we talked about before with vulnerability. A lot of people don't even know how to connect with their emotions these days. And some of that is simply because we are told not to express ourselves. Like, if we're overly happy, oh, you doing too much. I'm not doing too much, okay? I'm great and I want to celebrate what I'm doing. That's how we should be approaching it. And also, why you mad because I'm celebrating me? The Prophet Gambino said, why you mad because I'm doing me better than you doing you? But I'm playing though. But for real, it should be normalized to cheer yourself on, to celebrate yourself. Even in sports, they will be like, that's unsportsmanlike conduct, depending on what sport it is. But at the end of the day, if I did something great, why are you telling me that I can't be happy for me? And after that gets programmed in you. And you start to feel like, oh, well, I'm happy for me. Let me calm down. Or you be like, oh, well, they told me I was doing too much last time. Let me relax a little bit. Maybe I won't share this information and da. And that kind of goes back to like making sure that you are around people who want to celebrate you as well, who want to show up for you and also encourage you to show up for yourself. We get so reliant on other people being there. Why am I more reliant on you showing up for me? Or why am I expecting you to show up for me more than I'm expecting me to show up for me? I'm upset because you weren't there, but was I there? Was I there for me? Or was I just here thinking about somebody else who I wanted to be there? And I think that because it's been so ingrained in us to not celebrate or be boastful, I'm over here forgetting the craft. We forget that it's okay to be happy for yourself. We get intimidated or we start to feel like, oh, okay, this isn't what I'm supposed to be doing. And when you learn that at a young age, it's like, all right, you start to think that that's the norm. And I think that's the norm that's taught, but I don't think that's how we were created. Like, we do a lot of things that are meant to be celebrated. And as Black women, we do a lot of things that are meant to be celebrated. I know women who celebrate their half birthdays. And I'm like, yes, do that. Every time. Okay? Celebrate what you want to celebrate. And other people are going to look at you like, you doing a lot. Why you doing that? Blah, blah, blah. But forget them. If you want to celebrate, then do it. I know for me, I like to celebrate every little thing, and I will make a flyer for it. Okay, I'm gonna give you an example. That's not a birthday, but I decided that after my sister's wedding, I was retiring as a maid of honor. And for those of you out there who have been a maid of honor before, you understand. At least I hope you understand. But I retired, so I was like, bet I'm going to celebrate this, because people have retirement parties for work and career. Why can't I have a retirement party because I'm retiring from maid of honoring? Huh? So let's do this. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to go ahead and make me a flyer. I made a flyer. It's not like I was having a huge party or anything like that. I planned a menu. Yes, I did, because I wanted to eat specific food to celebrate. I wanted to have some of my favorite things. And I wanted my brother and my boyfriend to know what they needed to cook because we were celebrating. So I made a flyer. I sent it out. I told them to RSVP. They didn't RSVP. I mean, like, they did, but they didn't, because I mean, like, it wasn't that deep. But it was like, I wanted to celebrate. It was just something that I wanted to celebrate. And it wasn't anything that was super huge. But I like to celebrate stuff, because why not? I feel like, what else? Oh, I decided when my mom comes here, I wanted to have a little tea party or whatever, because I'm learning about herbal teas and stuff like that. So I'm like, all right, we could have a tea party where we just try a bunch of teas. I'm gonna make a flyer, because why not? Because why not? Why not celebrate the things that we can celebrate? It doesn't have to be anything extravagant happening for me to go on Canva and make myself a flyer. If I want to celebrate the fact that I decided to do a self-care day, oh, I'm making a flyer. I'm going to make a flyer. And I'm going to send it to who I want to send it to. And you should too. There is no shame in celebrating you or your family or anything. Celebrate the things that you deem as celebratable. It's up to you. It's your life. So don't let nobody tell you that you're doing too much, because you're not. If they say that, then just send them the invite too. Tell them they're welcome to show up and bring a gift. Because at the end of the day, we don't need to be walking around here miserable or holding in the fact that we're happy. I feel like that's what happens a lot of times. People are so afraid to walk around and be happy because somebody gonna say something. And that's like a thing in the Black community. And like, it'd be funny. That's terrible. It'd be funny sometimes because you put it in a joke form. You a little hee hee ha ha. But at the end of the day, you should be celebrated. Dear Black woman, don't let them tell you you can't celebrate yourself. You should be celebrated as much as you want to be celebrated. You should celebrate things as much as you want to celebrate them. The things that bring you joy, find them and celebrate the fact that you found them. It is okay. And that doesn't mean you have to throw a party every time. It doesn't even mean that you got to make a flyer like I do. Do what makes you happy and celebrate them in your own way. Because honestly, in the world that we live in the day and age that we're in, it is a blessing. And it's amazing to be able to find the things that you love. It is. It just is. So it's okay to celebrate yourself. It's okay to celebrate your family. It's okay to celebrate your friends, your accomplishments, things that you found interesting, fun facts, whatever you want to celebrate. You can celebrate nothing if you want to, but just make sure you're celebrating something. Like, make sure you are celebrating you. That is what is important. This is a major key to showing up for yourself. For learning to show up for yourself consistently, is celebrating the big wins, the little wins, the in-between wins. They all matter. They're all a part of our journey. So don't forget about you and celebrate as much as you want. Love the creative Black woman. Thank you guys so much once again for joining me for another episode. You guys are loved and appreciated. Don't forget to drop a bouquet of flowers below. If you like this episode, if you identified with it, go ahead and drop those flowers. Also, if you guys have any thoughts, how often are you showing up for yourself? How often do you celebrate? How do you celebrate? That's what I want to know. How do y'all celebrate yourselves? Let me know in the comments, because I really want to know. Am I the only person that makes a flyer? Because if you haven't tried it, I think you should just try it one time. One time. It don't even gotta be that cute. You could just put it on a piece of paper. Anyways, thank you guys for joining me. If you enjoyed this episode, you are gonna love the next one. I will see you guys next week. Bye.